Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Atlacatl, and I'm bringing you guys back another Steel Division 2 video. And in this video, we'll be playing on Orsha East on the Squire Joust monthly tournament for the month of October. And you will find a link in the description. K will be playing with K once again. For some reason, we got matched on two separate tournaments as the first round. So Kay will be playing as a 2nd Infantry Division Indian Head with Maverick Income. And we'll be playing with the False Omega 3 on Maverick Income. And this is the patch version of the False Omega 3. And as always, guys, I'd like to remind you guys to subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Hit a like. Helps the channel out a lot. And we'll get back to you guys after this deployment. Alright, we're off to the matchup. First deployment, we're deploying a Pack 38, MG34, and some Fallschirmjägers into the middle of the town. Deploying some of our armored cars along with some Fallschirmjägers and Flamers also into this side of the forest. And the next big push is going to be a LG42 up here to keep an eye on the entire roadway here. And the MG34 is going to be deployed all around this area to keep anything in that area pinned. And our units move in while K is deploying more heavier armor than us. We have no tanks except for some armor cars. He does have some armor cars as well. Also thought the same thing, deploying a... Well, I guess he's deploying a little bit closer to this M3 105 howitzer. It's going to be extremely vulnerable to that MG34 if it keeps rolling like that. Some basics moving into the forest line here to capture this flag. An M2 HMG. It's just driving down the road. It's going to be completely just shredded by that MG34. I'm actually surprised that gun got all the way up there. Quick clash in the center as that Stuart and that armor car are working on some of our units inside the center. Our guys here are holding the flag. Armor cars are getting shredded by an AT gun that's placed up in a good spot, and we were a little bit too dumb to notice it. Pack 38 over here. It's going to be extremely vulnerable to that M3 howitzer. And some of these new FS Jaeger ZFs with the long-range sniper rifles. Excellent for long range. MG34 is giving us some good cover down the road. As our FS Jaegers with the MG34 and some FS Pioneers are trying to bully their way up, but there is quite a lot of units here. And those engineers might stop us. Half tracks are coming in. They're going to be very vulnerable to this guy here. One gets knocked out. All my guys are equipped with Panzerfaust and Panzer Shreks. So it's going to be completely vulnerable for his half tracks to get too close. But at range, they can shred our infantry. Pack 38 knocks out that armor car. The Stuart tank notices it immediately and starts falling back. 13-11 with K in the lead right now. He's doing some good work here on this force line and capturing enough flags here in the center. Oh, nice. He causes one of our units to surrender. They're being right now a bit mauled up. Engineers are almost pinned down. More basics are being brought in, just flooding us with straight numbers. And this is something I noticed during the match, was this Rangers. They hit really well and sniped quite a bit of my equipment on that road. Excuse me. Pack 38 lands a hit on that Stuart tank. And Panzer L6s are coming in to deal with some of this armor. These riflemen don't have anything to really counter our Panzer L6s, so they're going to be extremely deadly towards them. these guys capture some ground, but these armored cars once again get a little bit too exposed and become vulnerable to that tank, that M10 tank destroyer and another AT gun. Bringing up another Ranger squad. Okay, is flooding right now my left-hand side. And he brings in some basics to overwhelm this poor FS Trump Pioneer. Putting a lot of pressure in the center right now. And getting really tricky on the right-hand side. Being able to capture this flag and staying in the lead at 13-11. Expect a lot of action in the next phase, as both of us are both on Maverick, so expect this to get intense. So far, K's been able to hold us off. Compared to the last game, this one's already more competitive. Panzer L6 is now engaging the machine gun that's harassing our MG34. I'm surprised they haven't killed each other after shooting each other so much. And we're trying to do some cleanup as those engineers are causing havoc at the back of our lines. 13-11, still in the lead with K. Oh, never mind, it's 12-12. But K is definitely in charge of things right now. Takes out that Panzer L6. These guys are completely blind just driving up there. Oh, takes another one out. FS Pioneers are trying to hold off these basic guys. Along with the engineers, they take down the FS Pioneers. Those flamer guys are going to be completely vulnerable. They're trying to retreat. Rifles are getting shredded right now by the L6. Like I said before, there's not much they can do to stop them. He is bringing up 2 more sets of Stewart tanks, so those are going to be a problem to deal with. Those engineers are placed really well that if they get a little bit too close, they can cause a lot of havoc towards our infantry just flooding into the side. Great shot by K. His tank destroyer takes out an AT gun that was really needed at this point. And his rifles are making a really determined push, while our guys are getting mauled. Bad plays on my part. Still in the lead with, nope, 12-12. Every single time I say that, it just goes right back to, well, and when I want to bring it back to 12-12, it goes right back to 13-11. Find that actually kind of funny. There we go, just keep trading back and forth, back and forth. Now 10-14 with me in the lead, as our Panzer L6s make some gains up forward, but they're going to get completely mauled by those Stewart tanks. We got one of these thugs coming up with the 2000 range and the 105mm heat shells and the HE shells. More Volkswagen. This is something that I thought was funny after watching the replay again, was the fact that I had no idea. I was like, how is this guy seeing me coming up towards this area? It was because he had this recon unit the entire time. What a new mistake. And that Stewart tank's going to be extremely vulnerable to that Stug, who's firing at extreme distance. Knocks it out. More AT guns are coming up here, as we need as much fire support as we can get. These guys still have to take out these engineer squad. We don't have too much here that can deal with them. FS Pioneers get knocked out. Game is still 12-12 with nobody in the lead right now. Those engineers and basics are going to take out this FS Trump Pioneer. These guys are forced to retreat immediately. And the machine gun's going to start roaring. Countering this flag here. Oh, that gets destroyed by that tank destroyer. And these guys are going to have to fall back unless they want to get mauled by that. Oh, the Pac-40 is able to kill the crew of that Half track pioneers are being brought in to cover it. Armor cars also coming around the side too. Gotta be very careful not to get caught up with that M1 gun. Getting fired on right now. Center is still contested. Right side is also pretty contested as well. Everything's pretty much even at the moment. These guys are just chilling out. Just chilling outside of the town, which honestly is a massive error because he could have just driven right down past here and captured so much, but he didn't do that, and we're thankful for that too. FS Pioneers blowing grenades towards that half track. Half track's going to be very vulnerable to the armored car as soon as it gets close. Or will the FS Pioneers take it out first? Seems everybody's just guessing around, moving slowly. And okay, that armored car's not doing anything. Well, I guess it's a combo effort. Oh, these guys are racing through. They haven't been spotted by anything right now. And if they can get close enough, they can wipe out those tanks. We got a Stug 3 that's going to eventually cut this road off. And now we got a reverse. We got these two squads right now dealing with the basics. That four-man Falsy Maker squad was destroyed. Got another Falsy Maker ZF coming up. As long as they can get some good range, it can be extremely deadly. We're able to knock out two storage tanks thanks to these. Well, they're dead now, but thanks to that recon squad. Game is 11-13 with us in the lead by 1 point. Another armor car gets wiped out. Last engineer squad's getting cleared out of the forest, giving us the lead at the moment. And we're able to do a cleaning operation over there. These guys are getting shelled before they're able to get in. Falsy Maker squads are making some good progress over here, pinning down anything that comes towards them. There is a P-47 coming up too. This is going to do a lot of damage. Drops its bomb and forces these guys to halt, which cuts off needed reinforcements to those guys. These Stug tanks with 3 veterancies should be able to take out that M10 destroyer, and does. I was at the Pack 38. Not sure. And they should be able to deal with those rifles. Get into the buildings, getting some good support. Shooting from all sides right now. FS Pioneers doing some good work on those engineers. Getting as much ground as they can over here. 10-14. And these guys are left alone. We haven't really been able to make any real advances on the left-hand side over here. Everything's either been on the right or the center. That Stug is doing a lot of good work. That Stuart has to be extremely careful it doesn't get up too close, or it will be knocked out by that Stug tank, by that Stug assault gun. Another one's also blazing its way through. We're making a lot of progress in the center right now. I don't see I see some reinforcements coming in. This flag's going to return to him as soon as those guys get through. And he captures it again, so it's 11-13. Nice, those guys are pinned down now. And we're able to move up forward. FS Jaegers are just chilling out there and not really making any advances. That half track is pinning those poor guys down. Oh, nice. Able to take that out before he's able to deploy. That's the placement of that Pack 40. and that Stug has to retreat due to that M1 gun firing on it. If I didn't retreat, it was going to get killed. And these policymakers are making some good progress here. They're completely outnumbered, but they are doing some work. Back to the center where the action's at right now. More of these policymaker guys are coming up. These guys are only 20 points, so they're quick and easy to get out there. The one good thing I will say about this division now, that it seems just more tailor-made for being aggressive. So, something to keep in mind when you play this division. You don't have to pay as much as you did before on your policymaker units. You do have guys who are worth 20 points now, and your typical policymaker squad is now, you know, 35 points. So you get to save on those extra 5 points. And these type of games with 5 points, you know, really come to show. As right now we're able to flood the field with more stuff than we did before, instead of always being limited on numbers. MG34 is still roaring. I'm surprised that thing has survived till now, along with that Pac-38. Though the Stug did not. I'm guessing it was picked off by some AT gun or a tank destroyer that got destroyed up here. There's still plenty of guys in that forest, and it's going to be really hard to take them out of that area. These guys are moving up here to capture this tree line here so we can secure this area. Try to stop the flooded reinforcements. He does have a Rhino, which is going to be a huge problem for us. As you guys can see, we don't have really anything that can take it down unless we're willing to move these Stugs up in place. But there are some units there, especially these Rangers, that can counter them. And they're hitting out and they're keeping an eye on them as well. These FS Jaggers are moving up to capture this flag. Once we capture this entire high ground, we can use it to our advantage to completely blitz anything in this area, which is what we're hoping we can get. With either assault guns or AT guns, we can either set them all up on this area and just completely dominate the field from there. Which is why you don't want to lose this hill. It's very crucial to always stay on this hill here, especially on this map. If not, once you get kicked off of it, it's just pretty much game over at that point. Almost. Not all the time, but sometimes it is. This guy looks like these guys went up a little bit too far ahead. Game is now 9:15. We're in the lead at the moment, but it feels like a somewhat fragile lead. We're both on Maverick, so he can hit me back at any time. His aircraft are doing some pretty good damage. He's able to capture these two flags as these guys have moved up further up ahead and have left this entire area completely unoccupied. Though there are more units flooding in. There's nothing really in there, so as soon as they get in there, we'll be able to capture it back. Oh, he's able to take out with those Ranger. He takes out that Stug 3. Stug 3 is also working over here. It's got a good range, but it's going to be very vulnerable to that AT gun up there. Gets knocked out. Gotta be really careful when we place him up. And right now we're able to clear this. These snipers are going to be very deadly at this point. Making some work right here on this side as these guys can move forward. These FS Jaggers with the FG42 are working on the engineers. Getting some good work done. Another bomber drops another strike right here. But the Flossenberg squad is able to disembark and do some damage to those rifles. But it's getting shot by the AT gun. He's able to capture some stuff back here on the right. These guys are going to be able to deal with that. We do have our mortars working on those guys. Stug 3 is forced to fall back. Those AT guns are going to be a little bit too much made for that right now. Well, I hope so they are. There are 2 of them. And looks like that pack 40 is going to get the kill. Yep, does get the kill. He does capture the tree line here. And we are attacking those basics with some mortar. Falls Mega with the MG34 engaging the riflemen. And it looks like we've been stopped right here for now. On this side over here, we made some gains to capture this flag here. This thug is right now just waiting here. It's waiting to see what's up ahead. Nice. Once they clear them out, we capture that flag. It's 5-19. Making some good gains right now on the last bit of Phase B. And these guys capture this flag here, bringing the game once again at 4:20. We're getting close to the end right now. Oh, they're still getting shelled by that mortar over there. That thing has been the most annoying thing in the world this entire match. And these Z guys, or the ZF guys, are hitting these guys with a sniper rifle, which I was talking about before, about the range these things have, which makes them absolutely deadly. With the combination of their submachine guns, their rifles, and their MG42s, they were going to be an extremely deadly addition to this division. And these guys captured this flag. At this point, the entire front is melting. There's only 2 minutes left in the game. Oh, Stug's also doing some work over here too. At this point, this match is completely over. There's not much he's going to be able to do to counter us. We've gained too much ground. Just waiting for the timer to run out at the moment. And these ZF guys are still working on those rifles. I think that 18 gun might take out that Stug. Yep, knocks it out. But we're doing what he said before. We're going to place AT guns all over this place, so there's not going to be much he can do to take back any parts of this hill. Game is now 3:21. Total defeat in 45 seconds. Nice, Pack 38 is trying to take out that Rhino, but it's extremely vulnerable to that rifle squad. Not much happening over here. Stug gets knocked out by that Rhino. He got close, but wasn't able to do the job. And that Pack 38 dies to that rifle squad. And bombs are dropped on those demolition group. Not much else is going on. Everything's pretty much set match at this point. Anything else gained is just to gain it. And as you guys know, subscribe if you guys want to see more. Like this video, hit that bell icon. Always helps the channel out a lot. And we enter the end of round 1 of the Squire Joust monthly tournament for the month of October. So it was a close game when it came to kills. There wasn't too much of a difference. It just came based. The entire game was basically decided based on who gained the most ground. So When it came to kills and everything, everything was about the same. But as soon as the ground was taken, it was pretty much over. And ends again, once again, in a total defeat. Or a total victory for us. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And look forward to posting the next video. Thank you.